several members of my team. They felt betrayed to a degree for a while.
Strange happenings at Skinwalker Ranch just got real. Brandon Fugal breaks the news about top-secret experiments, unexplained incidents, and government interest. Join us as we get into the details. The new remote viewing claims. Several viewers online claimed they felt the ranch calling for attention again, and a few described scenes that later matched small details from the cast's off-season interviews. Whether people believe in remote viewing or not, it has pushed the mystery forward in a surprising way, bringing new attention to a place that already feels like a living question mark. These remote viewing claims started gaining attention shortly after the season wrapped in early September. That is what made the topic explode. When little coincidences line up, people pay attention. And when this happens around a place like Skinwalker Ranch, it spreads fast. As these stories grew louder, Brandon Fugal stepped back into the spotlight. He mentioned that there has been a shift in how the government views this field and that the ranch is entering a more serious phase. Fugal also mentioned that the team recorded strange readings shortly before filming ended, but he avoided giving specifics. That is what stirred people the most. Fans began to connect these clues to the remote viewing claims, suggesting that maybe people were picking up on whatever the team was detecting at the same time. It is a bold idea, but the ranch has always been a place where strange theories grow easily. Another detail from Fugal's interview caught the attention of veteran viewers. He mentioned that the crew was expanding the way they gather data and testing new methods that change how they observe the environment. That phrasing almost felt like he was indirectly responding to the remote viewing rumor without addressing it directly. Some fans believe he was saying that the team is now open to unusual possibilities, while others think he was trying to bring the conversation back to science without shutting anyone down. Either way, the timing lined up with the rising remote viewing rumor. This wasn't all. The remote viewing claims also sparked a debate about whether certain people are more sensitive to the ranch than others. A few longtime viewers shared stories of having intense dreams, sudden flashes of imagery, or an uneasy feeling on days when new odd findings were later confirmed. These personal stories, while impossible to prove, have added to the emotional side of the secret. They show how deeply the ranch affects people, even those who have never set foot in Utah. The more these stories spread, the more it feels like the ranch is not just a physical place, but also a strange presence that reaches outward in its own way. According to one viewer, he mentioned that this place gets inside your head. Fugal also pointed out that curiosity is at an all-time high. He noted that the team continues to receive messages from scientists, former military, personnel, and even government officials who want to understand what is happening. Either way, the combination of remote viewing claims and Fugal's hints has created a tense buildup among many. As the excitement grows, one question keeps rising. What exactly triggered this sudden wave of strange visions and statements? To understand that, we need to move toward the next major piece of the puzzle: reports of new odd findings appearing near Homestead 2. Homestead 2. Alert's Homestead 2 is one of the most mysterious places on Skinwalker Ranch, and anyone who has ever heard stories about the ranch knows this spot always finds its way into the conversation. From the outside, it looks like nothing special. It is an old building sitting quietly on a large piece of land with broken windows, worn wood, and a lonely atmosphere that makes it feel forgotten. But the moment someone steps near it, the feeling changes. The air grows heavy, the mood becomes tense, and it suddenly feels like the place is paying attention. Many people describe Homestead 2 as the heart of the strange. Strange things happen all over Skinwalker Ranch, but for some reason, this little corner seems to attract most of it. The team who works on the ranch has seen many unusual events, and time after time, the activity points back to Homestead 2. It does not matter if they are studying signals in the sky, strange sounds underground, or unusual reactions from their equipment. The pattern always leads to this area. One thing that makes Homestead 2 stand out is how often equipment fails around it. Cameras shut off without warning, batteries drain in minutes, radios crackle. Devices that were tested and working perfectly suddenly stop responding the moment they get close to the homestead. It is as if something in the area does not want to be recorded. Even trained professionals who bring backup tools find themselves confused as everything fails at the same time. People also report feeling strange physical sensations when they walk into Homestead 2. Some feel a tightness in their chest, like the pressure changes for a moment. Others get sudden headaches or a wave of dizziness. Sometimes these feelings disappear the moment they step back outside, which makes the experience even more odd. Well, humans and objects are not the only ones affected. Animals behave strangely too. Dogs refuse to enter the area. Birds avoid flying over it. Livestock becomes uneasy for no clear reason. There are also many reports of strange sounds coming from the empty building. Some people hear footsteps, others hear voices whispering or soft tapping inside the walls. The odd part is that the place is always empty when they check. This makes visitors wonder if the building is reacting to them or if something inside is trying to make itself known. Lights have also been seen above Homestead 2. These lights appear without warning, move in unusual ways, and disappear as quickly as they came. Sometimes the team captures bright flashes or fast-moving shapes on their cameras, even when nothing was visible to the naked eye. What makes Homestead 2 so interesting is that no one has been able to explain it. The team has studied the soil, the air, the building, and the sky. They have checked for hidden wires, underground tunnels, natural gas, radiation, magnetic fields, and weather effects. Every test gives them pieces of information, but none of them explain everything that happens there. This is why Homestead 2 remains one of the most talked about places on the ranch. It is quiet, lonely, and ordinary on the outside, yet full of mystery on the inside. It is a place that refuses to give easy answers and keeps people wondering what truly hides behind its old walls. Over the past months, several fresh reports have been submitted by both the team at Skinwalker Ranch and independent observers. Witnesses describe unusual movements, unexplained lights, and objects behaving in ways that defy human understanding. While the ranch has always been associated with mysterious activity, the recent rise of events near Homestead 2 has caught the attention of researchers. Some sightings have been brief, like objects moving across open fields, while others involve louder, more scary incidents, such as sudden sounds echoing across the valley. These accounts, though varied, paint a picture of a location that continues to challenge normal expectations. What makes Homestead 2 particularly mysterious is the consistency of these reports over time. The ranch team has tracked patterns, noting that the activity seems to occur in specific areas, often at night or during low-light conditions. Visitors and monitoring cameras alike have captured flashes of lights moving at speeds that seem unnatural, and movement patterns that don't match wildlife behavior. Observers have documented these events with notes, photos, and videos, adding a layer of credibility to the claims. In some cases, the sightings coincide with sensor alerts, confirming that something measurable occurred even if it could not be directly seen. This combination of eyewitness testimony and technological detection has sparked renewed interest in understanding the forces at play near Homestead 2. The timing of these odd findings is also striking. Reports indicate that the activity becomes more noticeable during the period between October. This seasonal spike aligns with long-standing speculation that the ranch experiences concentrated activity at certain times of the year. Fans and researchers do refer to these periods as portal surges, where strange events seem to intensify across multiple sites within the property. This rise in activity every October is not just a story people tell. The ranch's monitoring tools have actually picked up more information, more motion alerts, and more strange readings during this month than at any other time. It feels like the whole area becomes more active, creating the perfect conditions for unusual events to happen. Observers have pointed out that October's high activity rate may be linked to specific environmental factors, though no definitive explanation has been confirmed. The ranch's remote location, surrounded by rugged route and open skies, provides minimal interference from ordinary human activity. This isolation makes the sudden bursts of activity even more interesting because there are fewer normal explanations for what happens. Some researchers think these events might be linked to changes in the Earth's magnetic field or small shifts in the atmosphere, but no one is sure yet. What everyone agrees on is that the strange activity attracts both paranormal fans and serious scientists who want to understand the unusual patterns. Well, fortunately, the team at Skinwalker Ranch has responded to these incidents with increased vigilance and updated protocols. Cameras have been repositioned, new motion sensors installed, and observation routines intensified to capture every possible clue. These efforts aim to ensure that each October spike is properly documented and analyzed. The mix of eyewitness stories and modern equipment gives the team a special kind of information to study. People talk about what they saw or felt, while the machines record real numbers and signals. When these two types of information are put together, they help paint a clearer picture of what might be happening. Fans also follow the reports closely. Many of them share their own thoughts, compare sightings online, and talk about the strange events as a group. This creates a small community of people who are interested in the mystery. As such, whenever October moves forward, the sudden activity around Homestead 2 feels like both a warning and a sign to pay attention. People who have been watching the ranch for a long time know that this area can behave in strange ways, so they stay alert and careful. For new followers, these events are a first look at the unusual things that make Skinwalker Ranch so famous. The increase in activity also gives the team more chances to investigate. Each surge may contain an important clue. By writing down every incident, checking sensor readings, and comparing all the reports, the researchers can slowly build a better understanding of what happens in this part of the ranch. With these observations and alerts in mind, it is easy to see why many people are now asking what comes next, especially after Brandon Fugal broke the latest news. His updates opened the door to a bigger question: how government interest, new scientific tests, and advanced technology are shaping the research at the ranch. Each new announcement from him makes it clear that the team is no longer working alone. Modern tools, outside experts, and even quiet attention from government groups are starting to play a role. These changes may help the team get closer to real answers, but they also raise curiosity about what is still hidden and what discoveries may be discovered after now. Skinwalker Ranch, the government, and experimental insights. The mystery and secret surrounding Skinwalker Ranch have not gone unnoticed by authorities and scientific organizations. In recent months, government involvement has become a notable factor in the ongoing research. Brandon Fugal, the ranch's owner, has hinted in interviews that agencies are increasingly interested in the phenomena documented on the property. While the full extent of involvement remains confidential, it is clear that these officials are monitoring and sometimes supporting investigations. According to reports, some officials only observe what is happening, while others work directly with the researchers on experiments. Some of the data collected on the ranch may even be shared with special government departments for further study. This partnership helps make the research more organized and scientific. By using proper methods to track and measure events, the findings are more reliable and useful. They could help people understand unusual events in other areas too. One of the main experiments at the ranch is called The bubble experiment. The bubble sensors are special devices that detect changes in energy, strange movements, and unusual electromagnetic signals. Each bubble focuses on a specific small area called an anomaly zone. By watching these zones closely, researchers can see patterns that might otherwise be missed. The experiments are designed to link environmental changes, like temperature or energy spikes, with the strange events people report. The bubble experiments have already shown interesting results. The sensors sometimes detect unexpected energy surges at the same time that people see strange lights or experience unusual events. These findings help the ranch team improve their technology and monitor more zones. The goal is to create a network of high-sensitivity points across the property. Observers are asked to notice any unusual activity in these zones. Even small or subtle events are important for the research. The experiments work together with the observations from the show's cast. People filming at the ranch report their own experiences and provide video evidence. After each season, the researchers review all the data from the sensors and the cast. This helps them find patterns and better understand the strange events. The connection between government participation, bubble experiments, and cast observations creates a unique research approach at the ranch. Before, most reports of strange events were just stories or rumors. Now, researchers can measure energy, track unusual activity, and test ideas about what causes these events. Even with all this careful work, Skinwalker Ranch remains unpredictable. Strange events continue, and the research has not explained everything yet. All of this leads to a bigger question. Why would Brandon Fugal, or anyone else spend millions of dollars to buy a property full of strange and dangerous events? Why risk time, money, and safety to study unusual energy and odd occurrences? Why Brandon Fugal bought Skinwalker Ranch. Most people buy land to build houses, farms, or businesses. But in 2016, Brandon Fugal, the millionaire real estate businessman, decided to buy something very different, a Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. Before then, this land was famous for strange events. People have seen unusual lights in the sky, weird animals, and things that cannot be explained. Many people wondered why Fugal would spend money on such a mysterious place. He said it was simple. He wanted to find out the truth. He wanted to see if the strange stories were real. For more than 100 years, people have told stories about strange events there. In the 1860s, early settlers reported seeing a strange man wearing a glowing blue outfit. Later, from the 1960s to the 1980s, many people reported seeing unidentified flying objects and experiencing strange problems with their radios and televisions. Before Fugal, the ranch was owned by billionaire Robert Bigelow. He used government money to study unusual sightings and other strange events. When he sold the ranch to Fugal, he believed Fugal would continue the research. Fugal said he wanted to hire scientists, use advanced technology, and carefully study everything that happened on the land. Soon after buying the ranch, Fugal worked with the History Channel to make The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. The show became very popular. Millions of people watched scientists investigate strange lights, energy spikes, and mysterious events. Cameras sometimes stopped working. Phones acted strangely. Team members even got injuries or burns when disturbing the ground. The ranch is not just mysterious, it is also dangerous. The Winta Basin has thousands of oil and gas wells, and chemicals from drilling fill the air. Nearby towns have reported health problems that may be caused by pollution. In the past, nuclear tests in Nevada sent radiation across Utah. Some scientists believe these toxins may affect animals and people and could explain some unusual events on the ranch. Even with these dangers, strange events continue. People see lights in the sky. Equipment acts as if something unseen is present. Fugal and his team approach the ranch carefully, knowing the risks. Fugal said his children have never visited the ranch because of safety concerns. The Uinta Basin itself has a long and unusual history. In the 1860s, it was explored by Mormon settlers. The land was described as a vast wasteland, mostly empty, useful only for hunting or grazing animals. Later, it became part of an Indian reservation set up by Abraham Lincoln. By the early 1900s, a few Mormon families settled there. Around this time, there were stories of a stranger appearing wearing a sparkling blue robe. These accounts added to the mysterious reputation of the area. Local newspapers, including the Deseret News, recorded many sightings throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Robert Bigelow purchased the ranch in 1996 for $200,000. He created a research organization called the National Institute for Discovery Science to study these incidents. Later, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program of the government also became involved. When that program ended in 2012, Bigelow shifted focus to his private aerospace company and sold the ranch to Fugal in 2016. Bryant Arnold, now chief of security at Skinwalker Ranch, initially doubted Fugal's plan to buy the property. He asked, "Why would anyone buy 512 acres of dirt in the middle of nowhere?" Fugal explained that the ranch had been one of the most studied paranormal sites in the world. He wanted to take the research further, hiring his own team of scientists and observers. He believed he had the resources to continue Bigelow's work safely. According to Brandon Fugal, he started with a mindset that most of these events had normal explanations. But over time, he saw enough strange occurrences to consider that Skinwalker Ranch may show something extraordinary.